Hey there, okay, here's another one, and this is the bearish thrusting line. Now, the pattern formations, well, I would say it will be 4 patterns in this formation. You might find other patterns that only have like maybe 3 candles in this particular setup. Let's go ahead and show you what it looks like. Okay, you'll be coming in from an uptrend. Okay, and as you come in, you'll start seeing these bars being developed. And each new bar will create a new high. Okay, and then you'll have a down candle as well, but this down candle, okay, jumps. Rather than starting here, it will start here, but it will also make a new high. But what's also important is that where it closes, okay, it closes at the midpoint. Well, it doesn't close lower than the midpoint. Alright, so here is your midpoint around here. So if it closes higher within the midpoint, then it will drop. Alright, so basically what this is saying, you've got all the market sentiment here. It's saying it's going up higher. Here's the high that it's made. Then it's basically closed higher, and it's also made a new higher high. So that's to let you know that the market sentiment is still up there to go long. And then eventually you see this one where it's gapped up higher for the open. It made a new high, but now it made a new low as well. Well, made a low in that particular area, but it closed lower than the open. Closed lower than the close of the other trade, of the other candle. Alright, so that's just letting you know right there that straight away that there's a problem in this trend in continuing. You could have like a doji candle, which would be the next one, for instance, and then you might have another candle, another bull candle, but it won't close higher than the high of this one. And if that is the case, then you might see the next one come down. But if it did close up higher, then you might actually see the trade go back the other way. So let's go ahead and take a look at some examples. Alright, here is one actually right here that I've noticed before starting the video. And there's your first bar. Now this indicator hasn't actually picked this out, but here is your first bar, here is your second bar, here is your third one. Now this one, it would have been nicer to actually see that candle have a high like that, but this is fine in this case. You need to make a few allowances with these candle patterns in there. Alright, and then simply take a look. Where are we? We can see that where it closed right here, it's just above the midway point of that candle. So that formation is a complete formation, and then you look for the next candle. Unfortunately, this one actually shows like a little doji, indecisiveness in the market, and then the next one comes in and actually does close off lower. So it closes off lower than the other candle here, which is good. Alright, so that would be a good selling point to go in on. But having been on the 1 hour time frame and having seen that these candles are quite small, I would be a little bit alert just in case that the market does reverse and go back the other way. And if it did and it broke this high, then I'll be considering the closing the trade and going along with that, the new reversal. Okay, let's see if we can find some more that are a little bit more clearer. I'll tell you what, let me pause the video briefly and see if I can come back with another example. See you in a bit. Okay, here's another one. I didn't actually have to move that far away actually. Here is one here, then a huge long candle right there, and then another candle right here as well. Now you see that this one did make a new higher high. It's got a closed chop right there. I think that some people actually refer that to as tweezer's top or something like that, if this one as well also had no wick on it, but it's pretty close to a tweezer's top. I haven't showed what a tweezer's top is in these videos because you don't come by them very often, but yeah, but this one works out well. It closes above the midway point of that candle, then the next candle confirms. It does make a new low, so that's good. It didn't make a new high. It would have been nice if it made a new high, because this would have been an extra confirmation that this trend is over. But we've got a trend line tool in there somewhere from a previous analysis, so maybe we can also act off of that as well, and make your decisions on whether you want to go and take that short position on. Alright, but so that's that one. Let's see if we can find some more. See if we can find one that actually looks bang on perfect. Right, let me just pause for a moment and look at some other currency pairs to see if we can see some more examples. Okay, here is one on the daily. Okay, and we got up bar, up bar, up bar, and this one actually closes above the midway point. It makes a new high. Okay, so this is basically saying that the bulls are taking control here and there. There's kind of like indecisive in the market. Alright, and then the bulls try and take control again, and they do. They try to, what the bulls have tried to do here is that they've tried to break this high. Alright, and it failed. So on the next bar it's tried again. It's pushed it all the way up to the top. Alright, and it's tried to break this high. I think it's either equaled it or it's a little bit lower. If it broke that high, then you would have seen this go up even higher, but it didn't. Okay, so now it's actually closed lower than where it opened from. So it made a new high but closed lower. So that's an indication itself that the market sentiment for the bulls is dying out. Alright, and then we've got our confirmation here, which is good, and now we can go short at this particular point. If you went short at that particular point, you would have been a happy bunny, because taking a look at that with where you would actually got short in on, and if it went up, I mean, it only went up against you like 22 pips, your stop loss would be up here on the previous day's candle's high, that 1 pip above it, which is about 80 pips, and this one actually comes down like 122, so you get like 1.5 to 1 on your money right there. And then the next day goes 200 pips, the next day 233, next day 280, next day 312 up. Then, I mean, look, it just keeps going down. I mean, it's just nuts. 668 pips in 20 days. Alright, can you imagine what you can do with that money at $10 a pip? That's 6,700 in 3 weeks. I'm pretty sure your wife will be happy with that big diamond ring that you can give her with that kind of money, right? Okay, so there you go. Okay, I will leave you with that video, and I believe we've basically almost got to the end of all the videos here. But I'm going to show you a couple other formations, okay, and they will be like the rising star, the hanging man, the inverted hammer, and the normal hammer. Okay, so we'll get through and sort those videos out, and we'll be on to module 5 very soon. Alright, so I'll see you in a bit. Bye for now.